She was not a soldier. She was not a young woman. She was a grandmother, a farmer, a queen mother. But when the British came and demanded something sacred, she stood up and declared war. This is the story of Yaa Asantewaa, the grandmother who took on the British Empire. But before we begin, if this is your first time here, welcome. My name is David, and this is David Explains, the channel where we learn English through real and powerful stories. Subscribe so you never miss one. Now, let us get into today's story. To understand Yaa Asantewaa, we must first understand the Ashanti people. The Ashanti were one of the most powerful kingdoms in all of West Africa. They lived in what is now Ghana. They were proud people, strong people, a people with deep traditions, and at the center of everything they believed was one object: the golden stool. The golden stool was not just a chair. It was not just a piece of furniture. To the Ashanti people, the golden stool was everything. It represented the soul of the entire Ashanti nation. According to Ashanti tradition, the golden stool descended from the sky and landed at the feet of their first great king. It was made of gold. It stood 18 inches high. It was decorated with golden bells, and it was so sacred that it was never allowed to touch the ground. No one was allowed to sit on it, not even the king himself. It was the soul of the Ashanti people, and they would die before they let anyone take it. Yaa Asantewaa was born in 1840 in a small village called Besis in the Ashanti Kingdom. She grew up as a farmer. She was hard-working. She was intelligent. She was respected. Her brother became a chief, and when her brother died in 1894, Yaa Asantewaa used her position as queen mother to appoint her own grandson as the new chief. She was a powerful woman in a powerful kingdom. But trouble was coming. By the late 1800s, the British had been expanding their territory across West Africa. They had already fought the Ashanti 4 times, and they had lost 2 of those wars. But they kept coming back. In 1896, the British did something that broke the heart of the Ashanti people. They captured the Ashanti king, King Prempeh I, and they exiled him far away to the Seychelles Islands. They also took Yaa Asantewaa's grandson and other Ashanti leaders, gone, all of them gone, and Yaa Asantewaa was left behind, watching, waiting, her anger growing. Then in 1900, the British governor Frederick Hodgson did something that no one could forgive. He called the remaining Ashanti leaders together, and he made a demand. He said, "Bring me the golden stool. I want to sit on it." The room went silent. The Ashanti leaders could not believe what they heard. The British governor wanted to sit on the soul of their nation. It was the greatest insult they had ever received. The remaining Ashanti leaders met in secret. They argued. Some were afraid. Some said, "We cannot fight Britain. They are too powerful. We will lose." The men debated for a long time, and Yaa Asantewaa listened. She listened to the fear. She listened to the hesitation, and she had heard enough. She stood up, and she spoke words that Ghana will never forget. She said, "If you men will not go forward, then we women will. I shall call upon my fellow women. We will fight the white men. We will fight until the last of us falls." The room fell silent. The men looked at each other, and then they agreed to fight. Yaa Asantewaa was appointed commander-in-chief of the Ashanti army. It was the first and only time in Ashanti history that a woman had been given that position. She was around 60 years old. a grandmother, leading an army into battle against the most powerful empire in the world. The war began on March 28, 1900. It became known as the War of the Golden Stool. Yaa Asantewaa commanded an army of 5,000 soldiers. They surrounded the British fort in Kumasi. They kept the British trapped inside. For months, the British could not move. They could not get supplies. They were terrified. The Ashanti fought with everything they had, and for a while it looked like they might actually win. But Britain sent reinforcements. 1,400 more soldiers arrived, with more weapons, more guns, more power. The Ashanti fought bravely. More than 2,000 Ashanti lost their lives. More than 1,000 British and Allied soldiers died too. More deaths than all the previous Ashanti-British wars combined. But in the end, the British had too many weapons, too many soldiers. The rebellion was suppressed, and Yaa Asantewaa was captured. She was exiled to the Seychelles Islands, just like her king, just like her grandson, far from her homeland, far from her people, far from her beloved Ashanti kingdom. She died in exile on October 17, 1921. She was 81 years old. But here's what the British never got. They never got the golden stool. The Ashanti hid it. They protected it. They kept it safe. The soul of the Ashanti nation was never surrendered. Not then, not ever. Today in Ghana, Yaa Asantewaa is not forgotten. There is a museum in her honor in Kumasi. There is a stadium named after her. Schools are named after her, songs are sung about her, and every Ghanaian child knows her name. Because she taught the world something important, that courage has no age, that strength has no gender, and that some things are worth fighting for, no matter the cost. So now you know the story of Yaa Asantewaa, a grandmother, a farmer, a queen mother, who stood up when the men sat down, who fought when others were afraid, who gave everything for the soul of her people. The British took her freedom, but they never took her spirit, and they never took the golden stool. Thank you for listening. Practice these words again tomorrow, and come back for the next story.